Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Here we go again.
Yes, we are. And we just finished a video that we were starting and we were going to put up on everything, all the platforms. And then as we're going, we just kind of said, screw it. And so, instead of trying to work out code, we just spoke extremely bluntly. It's only going to be on Brighteon and Bitchute, just so you guys know. I think we'll probably have to go that way, where we just simply talk a little more plainly over there and, and cover other stuff on the other platform.
Oh gosh, I can't say how good it felt though, just to be blunt.
I know, because, we always get messages from people saying, don't you realize this and don't you realize that? And we're like, don't you realize you're not allowed to talk about it, right, is the bottom line. Otherwise, everything goes bye-bye.
It does. It's sad but true.
Yeah, and, right now, to be outside and to have to, try to survive in a tiny little camper and, it's going to be below zero next week. So, we may just make a run for the border.
Perhaps.
It is going to be really cold, seriously. And it does, border run doesn't sound bad. I can't get her to leave the country, but I would leave in a heartbeat. If she was willing to go, shoot, I'd be long gone.
Yeah. Well, let's just do it. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Well, where to go?
Right? And there's that.
So, guys, look at this. This is a huge piece of Highway 1 south of Big Sur, and it's gone. Why don't they have I'm sure they got it blocked off farther down. They must. But that looks pretty damn crazy. What if somebody's, coming right around the corner? Whew. Can you imagine when that went? Thank God nobody was on it.
I know, and I don't know how popular that is, but it's a very beautiful scenery. So as you're driving down that road, you wouldn't have your eyes really close in front of you. Unfortunately, they'd be looking out at the ocean.
Yes. Wow. And that California coast like that, it's just so gorgeous. So gorgeous.
It's stunning. Yep.
Yes. In better times and with better governance, it was a beautiful place to be.
Well, it still is beautiful, but, pretty is as pretty does, and they're not doing very well.
Mm-mm. And, this really says it all. Two shocking headlines that sum up everything right now. Billionaires made $3.9 trillion, let's just say in the last year or thereabouts. You know what's going on. Everybody knows what's going on in this last year, while workers lost $3.7 trillion. Wow, that's almost an identical number there, and it's just, it speaks volumes. Yeah. I mean, doesn't that say kind of like everything? Or that says a big chunk of everything?
Well, to me, it says like everything it needs to say is all said right there in that sentence.
It is, as we see more of these type of signs coming up. Oh, man. And then you wonder about this, and we had made a reference to it yesterday, how that whole Occupy Wall Street movement, well, this is kind of like everything going to a different level now.
It really is. So we're paying attention to this one.
So, regulators take notice as Reddit stock onslaught continues. So the SEC it says they're keeping an eye on this. And in fact, you see here, Robinhood imposes 1 share buy limit on dozens of stocks amid GameStop scrutiny. And then actually what happened is the SEC fined them. They fined them.
Well, they can just make up the rules as they go, so it doesn't bother them one bit if somebody does something wrong, because they can just go back and rewrite the rules anytime they want. So it's just one of those things that they're good at, and they know that they can. So that's what makes this world so, well, it can make it feel not very fair.
Yeah, that's what we're discovering. I think people are waking up to the fact that, hey, you know what? It's just like when you go into a casino. You might start off winning, but chances are you're going to walk away with a lot less than when you went in.
Well, the house always is in favor. They never make anything to where they might actually lose any money, just enough to keep people enticed and keep them coming back. So that's something that just never ends. It's a game that they've been playing since day one, and they're very good at it. And I think we need to get good at it too.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're up against loaded dice. And people recognizing that the dice are loaded, and it's not an even playing field. That makes people very, very irritated.
It does, yep.
And then we see all the stuff going on, and it just seems like it's getting more and more obvious all the time. That certain person with the initials NP, and doing these stock buys like with Tesla, over $1 million in Tesla. When people have insider information, that right there makes it just wrong and technically illegal. And, just...
Well, it's only illegal if certain people say so.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's how it works, right? And so this is that old Steven Seagal movie, Above the Law, about corruption. So, yeah, the economic impact on regular folk across the globe is as devastating as the physical toll it's taken. But we can't blame the super rich for our woes, right? Can we? I mean, is it just a coincidence that the billionaires made $3.9 trillion during the pandemic, and we saw just a handful of them making $500 billion, 540, just a handful of the upper echelon. The guy that founded Microsoft, right? And then of course Amazon's doing amazing because in some cases you can't leave your home, so oh well, we need this, okay, ordered it. I mean, it's just easier. And, for many people, the thoughts are safer too, right? Limit your exposure, just order it. You'll see the UPS guy, hey, how you doing? Okay, he leaves. You mask and glove up, spray everything down, and get your package.
Yep, that's kind of how things have been and probably going to stay that way.
So if you bought... I wonder what the shares in Amazon are like now compared to what they were pre.
I don't know.
And I wonder, who's buying some of these shares in these massive corporations, say, back around October and November of before all this broke out. That would be really interesting to look into. I wonder if people have. I mean, I haven't. I don't really pay attention to the stock market, and because I have a distaste for the whole monetary system.
Yeah, but I bet you whoever did it, it was perfectly legal and everything is fine, and they made plenty of money.
Yeah. So this is the reality that we have, and I've seen people bringing it up too. Why really should we allow Walmart to stay open, but then close down the local neighborhood, market, close down the farmer markets? Oh, you can't do that, So the farmer market shut down where you could get some nice organic produce, but yet you can still go to Walmart. That's fine. There's most definitely it feels kind of hypocritical, wouldn't you say?
I think it feels very hypocritical.
So guys, again, if you want to check out some unedited, it's like the last a third of it. We just said, oh, we can't do this. So check out Brighteon. It should be coming up probably within an hour. Brighteon and Bitchute are crazy busy right now because of everybody that has been heading over there. So it does take a lot longer for things to get uploaded, and sometimes on Bitchute I gotta try to re-upload things 2-3 times because they're just bogging down so bad that they can't keep up with it. But again, people want to hear things. They want to hear and they want to speak. They don't want their ears covered and they don't want their mouth covered.
Right. They want to be able to freely make decisions with the information presented to them as long as it's good, solid information.
Yep. So we thank you guys for your support on Ko-Fi and Patreon, because really we couldn't do it without you, as this channel has been growing, but the economic situation is going in reverse fast. And that, again, is a sign of the times. So we do appreciate your support. Be prepared out there. God bless, and namaste.
Namaste.